So, welcome again to my school, my Kamalayan Online Lifelong Learning. It's called Shifting Consciousness Higher Online Lifelong Learning. Why online? Well, sabi nga, ngayon everything is now digital. Everything is online. Wala na yung dating ginagawa natin sa labas. Ngayon ay everything is already work from home. At the same time, tayo ay nagkakaroon na ng panibagong gawain. And this is already what we now call going digital. Yan. And so we are not going to the classroom anymore. We're not going to the office. Everything is happening online at home. At kung saan ay tayo ay magsisimula na ng ating klase. As I've said, I promised to share with you 6 or 7 universal laws and principles that I actually got to find out that Fred Aguilar actually used without him noticing it, without him knowing about it. Why? What do you mean not knowing about it? Well, in the first place, during that time, Kamalayan was not yet in my radar, or wala pa sa radar ko yung Kamalayan. When I was starting working in the recording business, I was just working, for that matter, and somehow I didn't know exactly what was going on with my life. I wanted to have a career in showbiz, in the entertainment, and somehow ito na nga yung nangyari na pasok tayo sa isang record label, sa isang record company, which was Vicoy. And what happened was I actually met people like Tito Soto, now who is actually our Senate President. He was my boss in Vicoy 10. He used to be our Vice President for the domestic label, which means yung local, yung OPM. And during that time, isa sa mga naging naging talent siya was Freddie Aguilar. And now, Freddie Aguilar became an international celebrity. Alright, so, ito nga I actually studied these people. No? How did I become why they are now, what they are now? And dito ko nakita na meron palang nangyayari na hindi ito tinatawag na destiny. Walang destiny, walang, I would say, mission or calling. It's more of really being who you are. Kung sino ka talaga. Like, ito na ngayon nangyari kay Freddie Aguilar. Nalaman natin that he was applying already universal laws and principles na hindi naman niya basically alam pa na nangyayari pala yon sa buhay niya. Pero nangyari, and so what happened was he actually started becoming successful, not only in the Philippines, but also abroad. All right. So, Benji, hi, M. Navarro, Centeno is watching, and Bobby Sandoval. Benji Carion, kung malakas ang wifi mo dyan sa Amerika, can you go to the YouTube, look for Tato Malay, tignan mo ko nga kung find out lang kung ako ay may sound sa YouTube. I want to know kung nadidirig nyo ako maayos. Kasi baka mamaya salita ako ng salita rito, wala na naman pala akong microphone or hindi ako nadidinig ng maganda. Dito ba sa Facebook, maganda ang sound ko? M and Bobby and Benji and sino ba isa kanina? There's someone who is actually a friend of Freddie or a relative of Freddie Aguilar. Kaya lang, ang sulat ng kanyang pangalan ay I don't know kung anong kanya, kung hindi naman parang Koreano parang hindi rin naman parang Japanese. I don't know kung anong characters yun. But anyway, So, to already start the ball rolling, our class, I would like to share the 7 universal success principles that Freddie used. From YouTube. Okay, good audio coming from you. From you or from me sa Facebook or sa YouTube? Benji, am I okay in YouTube? I want to know in my YouTube. Kasi wala akong nababasa sa YouTube. Kayo, nakikita ko sa okay sound ko dito sa Facebook. But sa YouTube, can somebody go to YouTube, look for class in KLASS, and then type class Freddie Aguilar, and then you will see my YouTube program at this point in time live, and let me know kung ano ko loud and clear. Yeah, but sa Facebook ito loud and clear ako, pero sa YouTube hindi. Hindi ko pa alam. Anyway, number one tip, or number one success principle that Freddie actually used, which we talked about last Sunday. If you want to really see everything that he shared, go to my YouTube channel and look for that particular episode of Musika at Kamalayan, at Musika at Pelikulang Kamalayan last Sunday, September 13. At doon yung makikita, mapapanood, maririnig ninyo lahat ang sinabi ni Freddie Aguilar. But dito, sa ating lesson ngayon, dito ko i-explain talaga. Kasi doon, para kami nagkukwentuhan lang somehow, I was not able to explain more as to what really transpired sa kanyang pag-experience nitong mga universal laws and principles niya na nagamit niya. Alright, so number one, sa nalaman ko nung pagkabata niya, when he was really 5 years old pa lang daw, mahilig na pala talaga siya kumanta. Mahilig na siya sumayaw at kumanta. Siya palagi pala ang pinapakanta ng tatay niya tuwing may party sa bahay nila. So, yung pagkanta, nandun na nung bata pa siya. Alright. So, mahilig na siya kumanta. At na-enjoy niya. And so, when he was somewhat like 12 years old, ang sabi niya, parang nagkaroon na siya ng inkling sa gusto niyang gawin sa buhay niya, na parang ayaw niya mag-aral, but instead he wanted to pursue a career in singing. Syempre, bata ka pa, kailangan mag-aral ka muna. And so he enrolled in high school, in college. Siya. Pero yun na nga, nung nagka-college siya, ang gusto ng tatay niya ay maging abogado pala siya. Doon na sila nagkatalo ng Freddie. During that time, Freddie didn't anymore want to study. He wanted to pursue a career in singing, whatever that direction was, he didn't know, but he wanted to sing lang. Yun lang yun. Buong-buo. Yun ang isang principle na na-notice ko na meron siya. He had that belief in himself that he would be successful in a singing career. Umpisa pa lang, he knew he would be successful. Alright. So, yan ang isang bagay na prinsipyo na kailangan alamin ninyo kung kayo ay ganun din, na katulad niya. Kasi, at this point in time, you have to know who you are. Kasi dati, yung old school, ang sinasabi, mag-aral ka muna para ka magkaroon ng diploma, para ka makakuha ng trabaho, at pag nakakuha ka ng trabaho, magkakaroon ka ng maraming pera, at mabibili mo yung lahat ng gusto mo, magagawa mo lahat ng gusto mo, at yun, mag-enjoy ka sa buhay mo. Ngayon, baligtad na. Hindi na totoo yan. As a matter of fact, loading lang yung YouTube. Anyway, sige, bahala siya. Anyway, ako ay nakikita ko naman live yung YouTube ko. I think sa replay yan, buo yan. Anyway, sige. Dito na lang tayo sa Facebook Pag wala yung YouTube, at least I have this in Facebook. Now, the thing here is, eto na nga, nakita na ngayon sa ano tawag dito, sa buhay niya na gusto niya talaga kumanta. And doon sila nagtalo ng tatay niya. Okay, ayaw ng tatay niya na pakantahin siya. Talagang sabi, hindi pwede. But he insisted. Sabi niya, ito ang gusto ko talaga. So, maraming mga pagtatalo sila. But yung mga pagtatalo nila stemmed from another, I would say, experience niya. Na kung saan ay dati, naikwento rin ni Freddie na dati malaki daw bahay nila sa probinsya. Nung pumunta sila sa Maynila, ay tumira sila sa isang maliit na bahay na kung saan ay parang nagtaka siya, bakit ganun? Ano nangyari? Bakit pinagkakaitan mo kami? Parang daw, hindi na sila binibigyan ng magandang buhay. Samantalang yung pala, ang nangyari, nagkasakit yung tatay niya, naubos na yung pera nila at they couldn't afford that kind of a life anymore, so they had to sell, I think, the house. And they had to move to Manila. I don't know kung bakit sila nag-move sa Manila. Pero tumira sila sa isang maliit na bahay. During that time, Freddie was so young, so he didn't know exactly what was going on. Ang alam lang niya, parang galit siya sa tatay niya. Para bang, bakit ganito na buhay natin? Dati maganda yung buhay natin. So, from that time on, till he became a teenager, hanggang tumanda na siya ng konti pa, andun yung hatred niya sa tatay niya. Kumbaga, parang hindi naman intindihan. Nagkakatalo sila palagi. Ang sabi nga niya, sinasadya na talaga kung ano yung gusto ng tatay niya, yung opposite ang gagawin niya. So basically, that was what transpired in his life. Yun ang naging klase ng, ganun ang quality ng buhay niya. Lahat ng gusto ng tatay niya, ayaw niya. Lahat ng ayaw niya ng tatay niya, yun ang gusto niya. So, nagrebelde, in other words, si Freddie. But Freddie he really wanted to be a singer. So, lumayas siya. Okay. So, eto na. Lumayas siya. Una-una yung sabi ko nga, he really wanted now to really become a singer. So, lumayas siya. He took a risk, a big risk. And that's another principle. You have to take a big risk if you want to be successful. He went to Olongapo City. At doon siya nakipagsapalaran. Lumayas na siya. Sabi niya, ayoko nang tumira dito, hindi kami magkasundo ng tatay ko, so might as well live a different kind of life. And so he had lived a life differently from what he used to live in Manila. And nagkaroon siya ng buhay doon as a musician, as a singer. At marami siyang beses na nata-turn down sa pag-audition niya. And so somehow, mamaya discuss ko rin yan because there were also universal laws or principles that I was able to extract from that experience of his. But eto, yun na nga, another one is to take big risks. And that was a big risk for Freddie. He didn't know anyone in Olongapo City. He went to Olongapo. Wala siyang pera, wala siyang kadalada, wala siyang at naghanap siya na mapapag-auditionan, and he was able naman to find a place where for him to sing. Okay. Another principle or another success principle that he actually used, but he didn't know during the time, was he created his own style in singing. Usually, ang mga singers, they copy yung original na kanta, na artist. Kung sino yung sikat sa Amerika, kung sino yung nagpasikat sa isang kanta, kung anong boses nun, ginagaya kadalasan dito sa Pilipinas yung singer na yun. Kaya kung meron tayong sikat na, for example, sino ba mga sikat sa Amerika? Sila Frank Sinatra. Meron tayong Frank Sinatra of the Philippines. Meron sikat na si Johnny Mathis. Meron tayong Johnny Mathis of the Philippines. Meron Cliff Richard. May Cliff Richard tayo in the Philippines, of the Philippines. And so, ito yung mga, I would say, mga style na pagkanta natin. Wala tayong originality. Si Freddie, meron. And he insisted in singing the songs, the American songs, the mga covers. Wala pa siya original songs nun. Wala pa siyang composition nun. but he sang some songs, yung mga American songs, his way, in his style. And that was the reason bakit hindi siya kinukuha ng audition masters ng mga clubs dahil hindi raw plakado. Pero when he was able to sing during parang mga audience participation, nakita siya ng may-ari ng club na bakit eto, ang galing-galing, pinapalakpakan ng mga tao, nag-enjoy mga tao, shouting for more. Eh bakit hindi kinukuha nung club niya? Bakit pinatawag niya ngayon yung audition master niya? Sabi niya, bakit hindi mo kinukuha itong taong ito na nag-audition pala sa atin ito? Eh sabi, hindi naman magaling eh. Ano hindi magaling eh? Kita mo ba yung reaction ng mga tao? Sabi gano'n. Ang ganda nga na reaction eh, nagsisigawan, nagpapalakpakan. So that means maganda siya, magaling. So what Freddie was doing then was he was singing in his own style, which people appreciated. And that was one of the keys, one of the keys to his success. He was really original. Pag natinig mo ang boses niya, alam mo kaagad Freddie Aguilar yan. Dapat ganun. Hindi ka sisikat kung copycat ka. Hindi ka sisikat kung meron na nauna sa'yo at yun ang boses. For example, you cannot be like another Sharon Cuneta because there is already Sharon Cuneta. You cannot be another Freddie Aguilar because andyan si Freddie Aguilar. So, ito ang mga bagay na kailangan mo nang ma-develop sa sarili mo kung ano yung magiging unique sa'yo. So, nakita mo, sa kanya, he tried to be unique. That was another principle that he used. Madami na tayong pag-usapan. He took big risks. He wanted to really sing because that would make him happy. Yun ang isa pa. Tinanong ko siya nung Sunday, Freddie, gusto mo pa talaga kumanta? Talaga bang masaya ka pagka kumakanta ka? Sabi niya, oo. Yun lang ang talagang nagpapasaya sa akin. And so, yun ang isang ingredient dyan. Do not do anything na hindi ka masaya. Many of us, nagtrabaho dahil malaki ang sweldo. Pero hindi naman tayo masaya. Hindi tayo nag-enjoy sa ginagawa natin. Pero pinagtsatsagaan natin, ni-enjoy natin. So, ganun din yung iba. Meron tayong mga nakikita mga singer na gumagaya ng ibang style dahil yun daw ang uso. Pero hindi naman pala sila yun. Si Freddie, iba. Freddie actually did his own way. He sang his style the way he wanted to sing it. So, ito yung mga nakita nating mga Connie Freddie. At masaya siya. Okay. So, he was really enjoying it. Ito nga, maganda sa kanya. Self-learner siya eh. Wala nagturo sa kanya mag-gitara eh. Ang style niya was, he took, yung Jingle Magazine, pinag-aralan niya yung mga chords, and he taught himself. Marami ngayon natututo sa YouTube. And during that time, wala pa YouTube. Pero may jingle. Doon siya natuto. And yun na nga, Jingle is already now on its 50th anniversary. So, doon, maraming natulungan ng Jingle sa pagturo how to play different chords. Alright, so, yan, tumigil na yung aking YouTube. Anyway, so, I don't know kung taandar pa siya. Yan ang hindi ko alam dito sa aking kone. But anyway, so, ito na ngayon tayo. I will concentrate now more on Facebook dahil nga hindi ko na anuhan itong laptop natin, no? Nagkakaroon ng problema. So another principle that Freddie actually used was he was excited in singing. He actually saw that when he was still a kid, And I would like to more of explain again. I would like to explain again this kind of a, I would say, principle, no? Excuse me. Itong principle na ito, hindi na ituro ng maayos sa atin ito. Sabi nga, follow your passion, follow your bliss. Actually, hindi kompleto yun eh. When you say you have a passion, you have this kind of parang gusto mong mangyari sa buhay mo, normally, you will not be able to find out if that is your passion unless you go through certain stages. Meron tayong mga stages na dinadaanan dyan. And it all starts from enthusiasm. Babalik ko kayo ito na-discuss ko na ito before, but I will explain it again. When you are actually enthusiastic, that means this is parang God-given to you. Iba-iba tayo. Not everyone will be enthusiastic about the same things. What is it that you are enthusiastic about may not be the same thing for another person. Hanapin mo ngayon yon. Ano yung enthusiastic ka? When you say enthusiastic ka, yung pag nakikita mo siya or nagagawa mo siya or natitikman mo siya or whatever, ano man yung bagay na ginagawa mo na nag-enjoy ka, yun ang umpisahan mo. Doon ka palang uumpisa. Isa-isahin mo yan. So doon na, from that enthusiasm, which is entheos, the root word is entheos, which means, the Greek root word entheos is the God within. So that is your talent, God-given talent. So natural sa iyo yun. So hanapin mo yun. So basically, marami kang ganyan. Ano-ano yung mga nagpapasaya sa iyo, yun ang gawin mo. And that was what Freddie knew all along, that singing was really his happiness. Now, going through that process, para ma-explain ko uli na maayos kasi ito, importante ito Kapag kayo ay dumaan na doon sa phase na enthusiastic kayo, na define na ninyo kung ano yung mga gusto nyo mangyari, ito na ngayon. Ang mangyayari dyan is, it will go now to the next level, which is what we call now the excitement level. Excited ka na palagi. Every time, paggising mo sa umaga, excited ka paggising mo dahil gusto mong gawin yung bagay na yun na nagbibigay sa iyo ng excitement. Kung ano man yun ang dapat nyo ginagawa. Hindi na pwede hindi nyo ginagawa yan ngayon. Hindi na pwede yung sasabihin mo, ayaw ng tatay ko yan Yan nga ang naging kwa nila Freddie Aguilar ng tatay niya. Ayaw ng tatay niya kumanta siya. Sabi niya, hindi, gusto ko kumanta. So, kahit na bata pa siya, he did not follow his father's wishes. Talagang tinalikuran niya. Nag-Israel ba siyang anak? Hindi naman in this point in time. Why? Because right now, we have to respect our children's, I would say, enthusiasm or mga inclination nila. Dapat ngayon pa lang, kayo mga magulang, kung ano yung hilig ng mga anak nyo, suportahan na lang ninyo. Huwag nyo i-insist sa kanila na yung gusto nyo para sa kanila, yun ang gagawin nila. Kadalasan yung mga pangarap nyo para sa sarili nyo na hindi nyo natupad, yun ang gusto nyo paggawa sa mga anak nyo. Yun ang isang malaking pagkakamali. So, dapat, kung ano yung gusto ng mga bata, na nakita nyo hilig na niyan, suportahan na ninyo. Kung ano man yun na ginagawa nila, suportahan na ninyo. Alright. So, yan ang isang bagay na importante na maintindihan ninyo. So, excitement. Now, the next one is, alright, after several, I would say, weeks or months of being excited, doon mo na makikita na tuloy-tuloy na pala yan. And this is already what you now call your passion. Dito mo na talaga masasabi, sa tagal-tagal na ng panahon, eto pa rin ako. So, you're now being really passionate about it. So, as I've said, enthusiasm, excitement, and then passion. So, what are you now doing? When you are passionate, you try to develop more of how you can improve yourself in terms of what you're doing. Itong ginagawa mong bagay na ini-enjoy mo. So katulad ni Freddie, talagang hinasaan niya yung sarili niya na sa pagkanta at sa pag-awit, sa pag-perform, sa pag-gitara. True enough, nakita naman natin, magaling na magaling si Freddie mag-gitara. Okay, so ito ang mga bagay na kailangan nyo talagang maintindihan. If you are now passionate, you have to now develop it as to what it is. Here, sabi ni Lolita Villanueva Gibon. You have to now develop in terms of putting discipline. Practice, rehearse, study. Kung ano man yan, passionate ka na kasi. Ano na yan, gawin mo na talagang regular yan, may schedule yan. Hindi pwedeng kakalimutan mo yan for some days tapos babalikan mo uli. Hindi na ganun ang buhay mo. If you're passionate already about something, you put in the discipline to it, and then make a regular schedule as to when to do it, to practice, when is it that you are now going to really see the developments in that kind of career or whatever. Kung hobby mo yan dati, sige, start from a hobby nga eh. So, yun na yun. So, katulad ni Freddie, yun na ginawa niya. Tinuloy-tuloy niya hanggat umabot siya sa Olongapo. At sa pagkanta niya doon, tumagal siya ng ilang taon, matagal daw eh. Sabi ni Freddie, tinanong ko, how long did you stay? Sabi niya, matagal-tagal rin. But there came a point in time sa buhay niya. Ito na yun, alright. Ito yung senior niya. Kaya sana mapanood niyo yung video niya, yung kung saan ko siya in-interview. Talagang ganda ng kwento eh. Kasi nakita ko talaga how he used the principles na hindi niya akalain na principles sa pala itong ginagamit niya o ginagawa niya. And during that time, eto na, nakita niya, he was staying in a small room eh. Kasi syempre pag nasa ibang lugar ka, you cannot afford to rent a house. You cannot afford to really stay in an expensive apartment. So, may mga oras pa ka nun daw si Freddie, walang pera, hindi siya kumakain, nahihimatay siya. Na bumabagsak daw siya sa kalye. I mean, he shared that. So, makikita mo talaga ang dedication niya sa pagkanta niya, na tinitiis siya lahat. At yung perang kinikita niya, pinapadala daw niya sa nanay niya. So, kumikita siya, pero pinapadala niya, kahit na gano'ng kaliit yun, pinapadala niya sa bahay, sa mama niya yung pera. Anyway, eto na ngayon. Nung nakita niya yung sarili na sa loob ng kwarto niya na napakaliit at nakakalat daw lahat ng damit niya na hindi pa nalalabhan at naglalaba daw siya during that time. Para bang nakita niya na, bakit ito buhay ko? Bakit ganito ang nangyayari sa akin? And somehow, para bang nakita niya na doon niya na-realize na yes, nagkaroon sila ng pagtatalo ng tatay niya. Magkaiba ang gusto. Pero, eto na yun nagkaroon siya ng understanding. Naunawaan niya kung bakit nagkakaganon ang tatay niya pala sa kanya. Na hindi naman pala na-explain din sa kanya kung bakit nga nagbago yung buhay nila na from a life na dati marangya daw sila sa probinsya na malaki bahay nila, tapos napunta sa Manila na napakaliit. Hindi na-explain kung bakit naging gano'n ang buhay nila. So, masama ang loob niya. Pero at that point in time, alam ko kung sino nag-explain sa kanya, kumbaga doon niya naintindihan. And somehow, hindi naman siya nagkaroon ng regret, but medyo may pagsisisi siya sa mga nagawa niya in a way na para bang, kasi nga, hindi na naintindihan dati. And now, ngayon, naintindihan na niya. So, nung naintindihan na niya ang pangyayari, paiyak siya, and doon niya na isulat yung kantang Anak. At yung kantang Anak, eto na yun sinulat niya yung lyrics, umiiyak daw siya, nang isilang ka sa mundong ito, laking tuwa ng magulang. Nung sinusulat daw niya, dire-diretso, walang ine-edit siya, wala siyang ine-erase yung lyrics, tuloy-tuloy daw. And so, somehow, he was able to finish the song in such a short time. Now, it was divinely, sabi nga niya, it was divinely inspired. It was given by God. That's another divine principle that I want to explain. When you have already forgiven yourself, when you have forgiven others, when you have understood exactly what's going on with your life, everything will be aligned with God. Kumbaga, yung dating separation mo with the source or with God, bumabalik ulit. Nakokonek ka ulit. And that was what happened to Freddie during that time. When he was writing it, doon nagkaroon ng understanding and forgiveness, and nagbago ang kanya. And what happened? So nabuo niya yung kanta niya, and he went home. He went home to Manila at nakipag-kuwan siya sa tatay niya. Nakipag-peace. At sabi niya, Tay, ginawa ko itong kantang ito para sa inyo. And so, nakita ng tatay niya yung ginawa niya, and somehow parang, okay, all is forgiven, all is ano naman, kasi parang naunawaan na rin ng tatay niya. Talagang hilig talaga ni Freddie kumanta. So basically, when you do this kinds of I would say aligning with the source or with God, wala ka ng sama na loob, walang anger, walang hinagpis sa buhay mo, you will see the synchronicity that will happen now in your life. All these things will just, parang gaganda at parang mayroong pintuan na bumubukas. And that was exactly what happened to Freddie. When Freddie did the song, he recorded it, and he submitted it sa Metropop. And, well, what happened to Metropop is already history. And we know it became very popular, very successful, to the point that it became an international hit. So, yun ang isang principle talaga na napaka-importante na kailangan natin maintindihan eh. Somehow, akala natin tsamba ang buhay eh. Akala natin may destiny na kahit wala kang ginagawa, eh mangyayari lang yan. It's not true. It has something to do with you, with your desires. That's why ngayon, kailangan, eto na pag nagbabago, nagre-reboot tayo ngayon, we are resetting everything now. We are not going to have a new normal. Wala lang normal. Everything is going to change. But the thing here is, ang pagbabagong ito ay makikita natin na merong magandang kinabukasan tayo. At somehow, ito na yung makikita nating liwanag, no? That is how we see it. It might take not immediately, not even siguro in 1 year's time or 1 year time or 2 years time, but it will happen. Kailangan lang is consistent ka lang sa sa iniisip mong maganda ngayon, kasi hindi ka na pwede mag-isip na negative or what. This is something that you cannot anymore ignore. What is it that you know about yourself? You have to know who you are. Self-awareness is the most important thing for you to now find out to do. Because you should know what will make you happy. Hindi na pwedeng sasabihin mo, ginagawa ko lang ito para magkapera ako. Wala nang ganun ngayon. Ang tanong lang ngayon is, what will make you happy? Kalimutan mo muna kung walang pera dyan o may pera dyan, whatever it is. The most important thing now is to find out what will make you happy and do it. That's the only thing you have to do now. The only purpose, if there is a purpose in life, is to know who we are and to express who we are to the most that we can, express it. Yun ang importanteng bagay na kailangan natin ginagawa sa buhay natin. And that is something that is not being done by many of us. And somehow, that's why ilan lang yung mga katulad ni Freddie who became successful because they knew who they were at a very young age. At ipinaglaban nila, pinanindigan nila ang gusto nilang mangyari sa buhay nila. And somehow, ito na yung mga bagay na talagang nakita natin magbibigay sa atin ng direksyon talaga. And yun na nga, we are now looking at Freddie as an example as to how we should live our life. Because it happened to him. Kung nangyari kay Freddie yan, pwede mangyari sa inyo yan. Kahit na sabihin yung, iba naman kasi yung hit niya, yung kanta niya. Bakit? Pwede ka naman mag-compose ng mas maganda pa siguro dun at mas higit pa. Huwag mo sabihin na what Freddie had created is already the best among every song that we can come up with. No? Marami pa tayong pwedeng gawin. And so, ito na yan. So, if you're passionate already with what you're doing, ang next level kasi ganito yan eh. This is not being followed by many. Kasi, when you are being passionate about something, tapos ginagawa mo na after several months or years, tapos walang nangyayari, ang ginagawa mo ngayon, para bang sasabihin mo, ay, ayoko na. Wala naman nangyari eh. Hindi ako nagkaroon ng magandang kinabukasan dito or yun na nga, hindi gumanda yung aking buhay. So, dito, sa tinuturo ko sa Kamalayan, when you are already being passionate about something, never look for or never bother to really judge the outcome. Huwag mong isipin na wala nangyayari o may nangyayari o hindi mo ninanais yung nangyayari. Whatever that is, wala kang pakialam dyan. Just do whatever you're doing. Kung may direction kang kailangan mong baguhin mo konti, pero huwag kang lilihis. Huwag kang aalis dun sa inumpisahan mo na gusto mo. And that's what Freddie did. May mga adjustments siyang ginawa, pero basically, he did not abandon his original plan to sing and to write songs. And so, ayun na. Ang nangyari sa kanya, buo ang loob niya. Ayun na, kailangan niya. Kahit ano mangyari dyan, sa passion mo, kahit sabihin mo ng 10 taong ko na ginagawa to, wala pa rin nangyayari. Bakit ako ba? Dito sa Kamalayan ko, 20 years ko na ginagawa itong pagsasalita ng ganito, may nangyayari na bang maganda? Sabi nga sa akin ng mga kaibigan ko, pare, mukha yata walang nangyayari sa iyo. Mukhang kailangan magbagong na direksyon. Sabi ko, ay hindi. Kahit na walang nangyayari dyan, I will still continue saying these things that I am talking about here, sharing whatever I'm sharing, kahit na wala akong kinikita rito, wala akong nakikitang whatever, I would say, yung ginagawa ng iba na nagkakaroon sila ng mga millions of viewers sa YouTube. Kahit sa akin isa lang yan o dalawa, basta may nanonood, tama na yan. Pero kung may maging viral, bakit hindi? I would welcome it. But I will not anymore what would expect. I do not expect anything. And that is the most important thing in what I'm sharing here. Do not expect. Kasi yung iba, kailangan, may expectations sila. Kailangan ganito kailangan ganito. What if the universe plans it in another way? What if God wants it to be given to you in another form? Tapos, ini-insist mo yung gusto mo. Small time lang yung gusto mo. Marami akong ganyan Pinipilit mo lang yung gusto nila. Small time. Ako, wala akong judgment, wala akong ano. And so sabi ko, I just want to travel the world. I want to enjoy my life. I want to drive expensive cars. And so basically, those were given to me for free. So anong tawag dito? May expectations? Wala. I was just, trying to dream. And that is exactly what we are now doing in terms of living here on earth. We are dreaming. We are just making things our reality, pero basically yung reality, illusion yan It's all a dream. Ano yung gusto mong makita? Ano yung gusto mo, ano na-enjoy mo sa loob mo? Kasi if you cannot enjoy it inside you, if you are not able to feel it inside you at all, you cannot experience it outside. Yun eh. That's the principle there. So, pag wala kang expectations, that means you're enjoying it here inside you. Even if you're not seeing it outside, definitely later on it will manifest outside. That's the principle. That's a universal law. And somehow that is what people don't know. They insist that these things should happen this way or that way. Sayang. And so, wala nangyayari sa buhay nila. Pero dito, sabi ko nga, dito tayo magkakaroon ng ganitong klaseng mga makikita natin mga principles, no, na magagamit natin. So, ano na ba? Natapos ko na yata lahat. Okay, I think I actually, okay, another thing is, you know, in this world of ours, like especially now in showbiz, kayo, mga singers or mga artista, do you know how people really judge you in terms of who you are? Kumbaga, ano ang tingin talaga nila sa inyo, sa iyo? Ito, lately lang na-discover ng mga TV networks ito. Pero before, they didn't know this. Pero kami sa recording, alam na namin yan. And somehow, with Freddie Aguilar, we used to already understand how this thing works. No? Alright. Ang importante sa ating lahat, ano ang istorya mo? Sino ka ba? Ano ang buhay mo? Anong magandang istorya sa buhay mo? Like for example, si Freddie Aguilar wrote Anak. That was his story. Exactly, that was his life. Kung ano yung nangyari doon sa kantang yun, yun ang buhay niya. And that was what he wrote about, and that was what he sang, and that was what he expressed. And that was a universal feeling or emotion that he actually put in there. Na kahit na tuloy, kahit na Tagalog niya kinanta yung kanta niya, naramdaman ng buong mundo yung kantang yon. Because the universal, feeling is the language of the soul. Sabi nga in Conversations with God, ni Neil Donald Walsh. Feeling is the language of the soul. That means, universal yan. Lahat tayo, we feel it the same way. Or not exactly the same way, but we still feel it. So, ang feelings natin will be understood without languages, without words, without any written thing. Express it according to how you feel. And that's exactly how you really would be able to do wonderful things in your life. That's why nga, kung hindi mo feel ang isang bagay, huwag mong gagawin. Kung hindi ka masaya, huwag mo nang gawin. Wala mangyayari dyan eh. Kaya nga dati, title ng program ko, Feel Good with Tato Malay. I want to emphasize that feeling good. You have to always feel good with whatever you're doing. Kahit na sabihin mong hindi maganda yan, kahit na negative, you still can feel good about it because you will learn a lesson from it. And after learning a lesson from it, you know, alam mong makakatulong sa iyo. So you have to feel good still. You cannot dwell long and very long on something na hindi masaya o hindi masarap sa pakiramdam. Pag hindi masarap sa pakiramdam yan, ang kasunod yan, sakit na. Sakit na idudulot yan sa iyo, sa loob mo. Kaya nga, if you want to avoid any kind of sickness, even this COVID thing, be happy. Just stay happy. Enjoy life. Huwag mong remove fear from whatever. Yun nga, wala kang dapat fear. That's why Freddie actually didn't have any fear. He took big risks. And so, where did that bring him to? Worldwide. So, siya lang ang nakagawa nga nun eh. Among all our composers right now. I'm not saying that siya lang ang nakagawa, pero may mga kagawa dyan in the future. Okay, sabi ni Lolita Villanueva Gibbon, can totally relate. Oh, thank you. Hello to John Trinidad. Basahin na nga natin itong mga dito sa Facebook, si Lengua, Fringe Lloyd, Lengua. Alright, anyway, so,
You gave us through her the
ayan na,
author of our
sandali.
salvation, your Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord.
Ayan na, may misa na
Through
dito
him,
sa
the
aking
host of
kwan.
angels adores your
Ayan,
majesty.
kita nyo, may,
And rejoices
pati
in
dito
your
sa
blessing.
aking kwan, may misa na. sa YouTube ko. Nang wala yung YouTube ko, pumalit si Father Tito Kaluhag. Anyway, so, let's see, who is here? Ano nangyari? Bakit na gano'n? Ala, nawala ang YouTube. Okay. Ayan. Alright. Uy, si Steven Fernandez. Ito, idol ko to. Si Steve. Ano to professor. Marami nagawa ito. Ako, ito, exactly. Very successful. Worldwide din ito. Culturally. Ang dami niyang na-train ng mga estudyante. I'd like to say hello also to Princess Annie Janan, composer din to, singer, who's also watching, and sabi niya, agree. Okay. Val Acebuche is watching. Val Acebuche is watching. And so, sino pa ba? Ver Morales, okay. Veronica Garcia, June Pusta. Oy, si Ayman Idris. Kamusta ka na, Ayman? Jackie Cochotti is watching as well. Si Lolita Carbon. Is watching. Si Lolit Asin. Idol. Ay, minsan, i-guess kita, Lolita, ha? I want to feature you in my musika at musika at pelikulang Kamalayan. Kasi Asin is another group that I worked with. For a short time during my stint with Vicor, and ngayon, very successful din sila. Grace de los Santos Mela Cruz is watching also. Benji Carrion, kamusta ka na? Marlo Asistente, ang dami pala nito. Nicole Sabilano, and si Gerard Reyes, Avengerard Walsh. Nicole Sabilano is watching. Bobby Sandoval, M. Navarro Centeno, and eto nga, yung pangalan na ito na hindi ko maintindihan dahil written in, siya. Okay, ay, si Lon Mendoza, anong tawag dito? Anong title ng kanta niya? Novelty song yun eh. Okay, si Ver Morales says hi. Anong uli ang title ng kanta mo? nasa tip na ng dila ako, pero hindi ko maisip ko ano yung uli yun. Anyway, so, yan. At kapatid ni Lon ay isang dating gitarista ng Dinosaurs. Napagaling na lead guitarist. Kamusta na nga pala yung kapatid mo? Magaling na ba siya? Alright. Yun. Hege. Tsaka yung, yung basta meron yun. Chit chat. Whatever that is. Yun, Hege. Meron niya, tama. Isa yun. Tapos, sino pa ba ito? Si January, si Louis Guarin is watching. Kamusta ka na, Louis? Alright, so, ang dami palang nanonood sa atin. Alright, so, okay. Ano pa? Maganda ating, tapos na tayo last, Chaket Ulo, Chaket Chan. That's right. Chaket Ulo, Chaket Chan, sabi ni Lon Mendoza. Alright. Nanalo si Lon Mendoza before, isang singing competition, songwriting competition, at yan ang naging grand prize song niya, yung Chaket Ulo, Chaket Chan. At novelty artist yan. Alright, anyway. So, wala na tayong panahon. At siguro okay, going back to the story, as I've said, dati sa recording company na pinagtatrabahuan ko, before, pag sinabi kong I discovered, I want to sign up a new artist, I have discovered someone who's very good. Ang tanong sa akin ng boss ko, what's his story or what's her story? Anong kwento niyan? Sino ba yan? Magtataka kayo bakit hindi ang tanong gaano ba kagaling siya? Anong style niya? Ano ang kwento niya? That's why nakikita ninyo sa mga TV shows, di ba? Sa Tawag na Tanghalan, yung personal life nung contestant, hinahalukay. Dahil nakita nila, totoong may effect yan. Madali ka maging star if you have a real story to say, to share. Kasi people, especially mga reporters, would want to write about you. But what would they want to write about you aside from your song or aside from your movie? They want a story. I mean, they want your story. Kaya gagawan ka ng intriga, gagawan ka ng love team, ganyan sila Sa singer ka, ang hirap dahil wala silang ka-love team, wala silang ka-intriga, wala silang, Pero still, you create those things along the way. That's why si Freddie, built-in sa kanya, may storya siya. And his story was his life. And he was that anak. Siya yung anak. Kaya, nagkaroon ng momentum. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, when everything was forgiven, everything was understood, he aligned with the source, everything just opened up. That's exactly what I am sharing here in Kamalayan. Ang daming nagpapatulong sa akin, paano nila magagawa yung mga dreams nila. Sabi ko, let's go first to everything that you haven't forgiven, yung mga past memories mo, yung mga past experiences mo, yung mga taong hindi mo pa pinapakawalan sa buhay mo na pinapatawad, patawarin mo na ngayon. So these are the things that I always emphasize to those people who are actually trying to become successful. Forgive first, everyone. That's why nga, even sa misa, di ba, bago ka mag-communion, kailangan magpatawad ka muna. And that is exactly a universal law. It is not something that is religious alone. Yes, it is spiritual, but that is a universal law. When you say universal law, that is present in every galaxy, in every planet. Kasi you're talking of the universe. Hindi lang sa Earth. Sa Earth, what is a law here on Earth might not be another law in another planet. Like the law of gravity. In other planets, walang law of gravity. Tayo lang ang meron law of gravity. But the divine laws, the spiritual laws, are all the same. As a matter of fact, ito na naman ako, I get my new learnings now. Yung mga napag-aaralan ko itong tinuro ko sa inyo about this passion thing, about this enthusiasm, I got this from an extraterrestrial. Huwag na nyo talangin kung paano ko nakukuha sa mga extraterrestrial. I actually watch some of their videos as well. Pero ang importante is sila ang nakaranas na kasi ng dinadaanan natin ngayon. Kumbaga sila na yung tinatawag nating higher evolved beings. Higher evolved kasi nga nag-evolve din sila from like where we are now. Mas maganda na yung spirituality nila. And that spirituality, why again are we talking about spirituality here? Because it was God who made the entire universe. And so we're just talking about one God. And they also talk about the same God that I am talking about here. And so sabi mo nga, paano masasabihin na iba yung Diyos nila? Tayo lang kami iba-ibang Diyos tayo dito sa mundong ito Bawat relihiyon natin, magkakaiba ang Diyos natin Pero universally speaking, it's the same God. That's why these beings, these aliens that we talk about, they are very much concerned about us kasi they don't want us to destroy our planet. Meron sa kanila kasi ganun na experience. That's why they don't want us to be able to experience what they experience. That's why inaalalayan tayo. But they cannot do it for us. That's what they said. We will not do anything for you because God has given us free will. You have to do it by yourselves. but they are guiding us. They are, that's why I am getting many information from them, lessons from them, and somehow this is what I'm sharing here in my class. So, ang dami tayo na pag-usapan about Freddie Aguilar's success principles that he actually had experienced, or used, but he didn't know during those times. But again, doon nga, nung ni-interview ko siya, doon ko pininpoint sa kanya, these are universal laws and principles. And this is what I am now sharing again here. So, Tess Luis is watching. Hi, Tess. Ellen Young, Purificación, also is watching. I don't know, I won't be able to watch or to see other names here except those who are whose names are showing in my screen right now. Pero mamaya yan, makikita ko na lang ang dami-dami nagla-like. And so somehow, thank you. I would just like to say thank you again to all of you. But again, with my experience with Freddie Aguilar, I knew Freddie Aguilar used all these universal laws and principles that I am doing or sharing here. Because otherwise, he wouldn't have manifested. Remember, it is our consciousness that creates our reality. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung kamalayan natin, our beliefs natin, yun ang nagkikreate ng mangyayari sa mundo natin. Ano ang nangyayari dyan? Ano yung beliefs mo? What happens to your beliefs? If you believe in something, you create an emotion about after believing something. That's why nga, many of our angers, alam nyo yung galit nyo, ito na lang tip ko sa inyo, which I learned also from Bashar, an alien as well. Sabi nga niya, anger is just, natural anger would just be felt for 15 seconds. 15 seconds lang. Natural anger, it's okay lang naman magalit, pero you can only feel it for 15 seconds. Beyond 15 seconds, it's not anymore anger. It's judgment already. It's your judgment about things. It's your labels about things. So, ikaw na may problema niyan. So, pag sinabing galit ka pa at isang oras ka na galit, hindi na anger yon na natural. There are things that you believe in na kailangan makita mo sa kalooban mo na ano mo yung mga yon na kailangan mong maayos, matanggal para mawala yung galit. Otherwise, that anger will just keep on coming back. Every time it will be triggered, pag na-trigger yung belief na yun, emotions again will ensue or come out from that anger. And somehow, that is exactly what we are now trying to avoid. Now, with that, I'd like to say, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat at sana ay na-enjoy ninyo itong aking klase for today, which are Freddie Aguilar's success universal principles, laws and principles that he used, and somehow sana magamit ninyo. Marami sa atin would want to be successful. We are now creating a new life. We are now creating a new world. We are now creating a new self. We have to know who we are. Do not anymore follow what other people would want you to do. Do whatever you want to do. Try to become who you are talaga. Look for the things that would make you happy. And that's it. Yan mismo lang ang talagang power mo ngayon. If you know who you are, you will now go beyond all these problems that we're experiencing. Hindi ka na maliligaw. Pero kung hindi mo pa kilala kung sino ka at hindi mo alam kung ano yung magpapasaya sa'yo, sorry ka na lang. May iwan ka and hindi ka makakatungtong sa next consciousness level, which is a 4th dimensional or 5th dimension. May iwan ka sa 3rd dimension. Sayang. Kami, nandito na sa 4. And that's why I'm able to say I'm happy right now with all the things that are happening. Hindi ako nagigimbal, hindi ako natatakot because I know I am already doing something that I am enjoying, that I'm happy with. And so with that, I'd like to say thank you to all of you at magandang kamalayan sa inyo lahat. Sana samahan niyo uli ako sa susunod kong klase on Friday And also, join me on Sunday sa aking programang Musika at Pelikulang Kamalayan. Ito si Tato Malay, again, nagsasabi isang magandang kamalayan sa inyong lahat.